Well, after the last few of just being fun, I've decided to go back to trying to the game. I apparently didn't have the stream open on my laptop. Out of what I have to do left, I think I will do Bandit. Because seems easy enough. Out of all of them, the most straightforward of just get to the final boss, and I was pressing the right button. Anything. There is one thing. Oh yeah, that's right, it has an arc. So apparently I can't aim. Yeah, apparently I can't aim. Yeah, I have no idea if I can't aim or something has changed. Like there is something on my mouse or whatever, on the underside. I don't know. I thought that might count as back attack because some side attacks do. It did not. Oop. 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 Sure. Eh. Too bad that's almost entirely useless for me. I'm just gonna go this way. Overall, like... seems like the highest chances of actually having stuff around. I'm just happy I don't have to do the 20 thingy anymore. I could, but no. Or maybe. What would it be? Beetles, yeah, Lemurians, or something else. Not exactly that much or that hard. Well, that wasn't what I was going for, but sure. Boop. That works anyway. Alright, that was the thing over here. That's the entire reason I did that. Are there any chests around? This. That was a gamble, but it worked. I did not expect that to work. Yeah, I've apparently lost the ability of fine aim, but then it also doesn't help that I feel like my mouse is in the wrong place. Heal Queen. More death. All around overall death. Yeah, I don't understand how to aim that yet. That's another turret, isn't it? Oh, it's a healing drone, never mind. I might get that. Aside from a very small amount of long distance right clicks, for the most part I am just using it either to the front, which I do anyway, or just like I would with a short range one. Oh, okay, didn't even notice. Whee! Do I go to Void Fields? I have no idea. I have basically nothing to heal me. And I've now got Gesture of the Drowned thingy. Flight. So, probably not. I am very fine with this. Apparently I stood in that fire. I disagree. Oh, okay. Greater Wisp, okay. Sometimes I forget the Greater Wisp can see you even when you're cloaked, for some reason. Seems to be the only enemy that can do it. Yeah, I don't see much of a point to the ranged attack because it just isn't usable in that way to me. I mean, it is. And it obviously does have merit to it, or else it just wouldn't exist. But for the most part, this game isn't much of a stealth game. Sure. Also sure. The only thing with the recycler is I have to remember that I do have it. Definitely not taking that. Not with Gesture of the Drowned. Though, it does make recycling a bit easier. Actually, I will take that. I thought that was the second one, there apparently isn't. Oh, there is. Where are you? You're there. He's dead now. Oh, hello. Bang. Onwards. I could go for the money, but I don't really care like that. Do I now have enough damage per shot to one-shot the enemies with a single front shot? Interesting. It would be useful if I didn't just miss every shot. No, well, I could, but no. Sure. Even if it's as a distraction. So, yes. Also, I'm pretty sure that whatever's being watched downstairs is being picked up through the floor. Well, that's fun. No, you're not dead. Oh, now you are. Boop. Boop. No. Now, one thing I have noticed is since I've been able to actually do streams a lot more than I was over the last few months. Probably could have done it a bit more than I was anyway, but because I've been playing mostly this, I have gone back up in skill again, which is good. Because for a while I definitely wasn't. That is an interesting way to say hi. Hi. So with the items I have, depending on what the boss is, it'll probably be fine or maybe not. Well, it depends. Oh, just more Beetle Queens. Okay. How can you be something when you are one of those people? Ow. Yeah, I think this is the moment where I just go over here. I remember when Beetle Queen used to be the easy boss. I remember when Wandering Vagrant used to be the easy boss. Where did those times go? Okay, that's one dead. Yeah, this is why I like on-death explosions so much. Because they just work. You can kill something nearby, and then 3 different things explode. Great. Like that. Nope. I think that missed. And yeah, for obvious reasons, I'm not exactly looking at the chat right now. Oh, that missed. Okay, I win. What are the items? Ukuleles! Yes, I would like them. Which means I now need to find a way to get near them without recycling them. Actually, there is probably an easy way to do that, and that's to pick up whatever it was that I left earlier. I didn't shoot that, oops. That one, and you. Oh, that's an easy way to do it, actually. Just walk backwards. And this. There we go. Okay, next. I think, well, when it comes to the first bosses, they're all about as hard as each other, just in different ways. Oh yeah, Stone Titan. Load, there we go. Titan is easily the easiest, but it can still very easily kill you if you let it. Same as the other two. And when they don't work, well, then it's just sad. Yeah. Actually, that is something interesting when it comes to Titan. So I'm assuming that's what you mean by that. When it comes to the Stone Titan, supposedly being close up means that it will never do the laser. Yeah. But I have had multiple occasions where I've been close up and it's just lasered me anyway. Which has been interesting. That's fine. I didn't mean to re-roll that, but the game just knew. Also, I forgot I had the Cycler. I'll do that a lot. But I know that generally, yeah, the closer you are, the less it will happen. I do try to fight them close up, but obviously, again, I have no idea what it was gonna be, but that works. It just missed. Oop. Yeah, because it's just massive big health bar. Yeah, today I'm just missing quite a lot, and I have no idea why. And yeah, I still think that really I should have gone for the other right click, because it's just easier to use and higher damage. I say that when this is all entirely because of my playstyle. But I'm sure that there are people who absolutely love this one, as in most of the community. I am not one of these people. Because while yes, ranged is a lot of the time better, sometimes as Bandit you just go in and want to slash their backs up. I don't care about meta anyway. I'm the person who prefers mobile turrets. I want to say that... Oh no, when I say prefers mobile turrets, I mean for fun. I know that the stationary turrets are easily the stronger ones. Yeah. I think this is considered the better of the two. Just because of the range. But it's 2/3 of the damage with the same effect. The only difference being that. I have nothing I want to scrap. Also, I think the cooldown might be slightly shorter. Or longer. One of them. I don't think they're the same. Yeah, like, that's about it. That's a red whip. What would I want to get rid of for a red whip? Circus Pauldron. I'd say that's a worthy trade. No, the one time I didn't want to go up. What was that? Again, no. I would not like to re-roll. No. Slug is useful because I have no other healing items apart from... Actually, that's a good point. Bandit doesn't do very well with Leeching Seed either. Currently my only way to heal myself. Like, apparently I ran out of shots. Or the mouse just failed. Boop. Oh, there we go. Problem solved. Also, as far as I'm concerned, Slug is actually a good item because it gives you, if you stack enough of them, it gives you shield-like regeneration without having to actually use a shield, meaning you just have shield, except better than it would be. Because you can also just heal it straight away as well. Which I would say is a pretty good trade-off. I'm going to go for speed. Yeah, that isn't that high of a damage. Yes. Yeah, well, no, there are other reasons to go for shield, like against Malachites. It does make their secondary effect almost entirely pointless. And there are other reasons as well. Like, it is a lot easier to get the fast regeneration without having to have other items. And yeah, health extension is also useful. But no, it's very situational versus just regular health. And if you're going for tankiness, aside from being able to have immediate health recovery, I didn't actually mean to do that. That works anyway because the scrapper's just over there. Oh yeah. I know shield is the worst of the two types of health. I usually wouldn't use it anyway. I disagree with that, because for the most part, if you get hit by a tier 2 elite, you're dead anyway. Oh, there's a scrapper right here. Well, not dead, but if you get hit by a tier 2 elite with either types of health, you should probably just run. Especially depending on what the enemy is. Actually, yeah. Considering that's a scrapper right there. So that also depends entirely on health bar, because obviously it depends on what stage of the game you're talking about. If you're talking about when they get introduced to the run, yeah. You know, if you're talking about... Oh, that's where it is. Yeah, when they first get introduced to the run, then yeah, they can easily kill you. But if you're talking about a few loops in, then no, you're probably a god at that point and they can't touch you. How you doing, Strider? Too bad I don't have bans. Could have actually gone for them, but I don't really care that much. Run. Also, it depends on what bosses and stuff there are as well. Did none of them hit? Ow. Boop. Boop. Oh, they all missed. Oh well. Run again. Boop. Ah, I just jumped straight into that. Actually, I will reroll that. The way that I see the out of combat things are they're not necessarily always to be used during combat, as in while running. They're more to be used between combat, because even late game there will still be gaps. No, there is an exception to that, being the slugs, where actually if you get enough of them later on, and you can avoid getting hit for long enough, they can be quite a good health boost. But then it's all conditional. There are no bad items in this game, only ones you like more than others. Aside from Corpse Bloom, that is the only one that is objectively bad, really. And even then, it has some good points. Yeah. No, the thing that I am very excited for are the Void items, because it means things like Bustling Fungus, which has one use. It is not a good item. Well, there are no bad items. There are definitely some that aren't necessarily that amazing. But, first run, it's only good in the first run? No, first loop. It's only good first loop. Aside from that, avoid it. And also for pearls. You know, the Void items seem interesting, if only just because you can turn something like... Come over here. Yes, please. You can turn something like Bustling Fungus that has one use, which is engineer stationary turrets, and turn it into something that has every use on every character, especially the ones that can sprint while attacking. Because as far as I'm concerned, if an item has one use, and that is its one reason to use it, that isn't a good item, that's a conditional item. It's not bad, because it has some good in it, but it's not the item that will always be useful all the time. As far as I'm concerned, Cautious Slug is a better Bustling Fungus most of the time for that reason. You can use it while moving, and moving is the one thing that you will always do in the game. If you stand still, you will die. Actually, yes. Yeah, no, I know that the way Corpse Balloon works is very odd. Also, it doesn't help that half the time, actually more than half the time, the heals are wasted anyway. Because the pool will always empty no matter how much health you have, even if you're full. If it didn't empty while you were, full on health, it would be overpowered. Because depending on what the items you get with it would be, you'd be able to just have infinite healing no matter what, because you'd be able to out-heal the damage you take. But then if you're at that stage in the game anyway, you don't need Corpse Balloon. That's a good use for the ranged attack. I'm sure I'll like it more the more I use it. But for the most part, aside from just being an extra ranged shot, it's not too amazing. At least not for me. Boop. Boop. Actually, yes. But then, the main point of Bandit's secondary attacks isn't the damage anyway, it's the hemorrhage, which doesn't change between the two. It still does it. That just missed. This is probably a stupid idea. That can be rerolled. One more. Okay. Sure. Okay, that just died anyway, I didn't even need R. Right. I'm off by 6. Did I get the red chest? Not yet. I know I kind of just used all my money anyway, but yeah. I am going to start saving for the red. I say that when there's a healing drum right here. Yeah, no, the way that I see stuff in this game is either stuff that is good all the time, stuff that is good sometimes, stuff that is good barely ever, and Corpse Bloom. Even Defiant Gouge is useful because it turns everything into a Shrine of Combat, meaning money. Just to be annoying, and 2, because 3 of them at this stage of the game is actually decent healing outside of combat. Sure. Anyway. So, armor-piercing rounds would be... I think it would be better if it worked over a certain threshold, where an enemy has to have a certain amount of health before it gets determined to be boss-like, and then it just works on them. I'm not going to bother wasting any more money on that. Ah. Okay, you die. There we go. Where was the other one? I think it was up there. Well, I might as well go for the red chest now. I have enough-ish. How much actually is it? That works. That wasn't what I was going for, but that works. Energy drink. Yeah, Money Gun and Brittle Crown. Yeah, I know it's good. Whatever it's called. 4.5. Okay. I forgot its name. It's actually the best equipment in the game for damage once you get it sustainable. I'm actually going to have to... yeah, the armor piercing round only works on teleporter bosses, as in red boss bar help enemies, and also the hidden bosses and stuff. Which I think is why it doesn't work on Mithrix, because he isn't considered a boss, he's more of just a different kind of enemy. Even though he does have... Well, no, he does have the top health bar. Either way, I know it doesn't work on him for some reason. I don't know why. And then... Crowdfunder, that's what it's called. Yeah, that's an example of situationally good and also situationally bad. I don't think they do. I'm 90% sure that they actually don't, and it's for some reason. Oh, it would be for some reason. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're saying about items that people don't like, but I actually like quite a bit. Gaul's Tome. Why would you not get free money? What is it? Yeah, I'll re-roll it. Yeah, sure, more healing. I don't know. Oh, speaking of order many, I haven't had one of these for a very long time. I guess you're my target now. You're dead now. Just do that. FPU. One more? A little bit more than one more. Another fuel cell. Ow. I think I'm gonna have to change the timer on the chat messages on the bot, because that is quite a bit. It's only happened a few times, but yeah. No, it's a green that has a 4% chance to drop the equivalent of 1 gold's worth of... no. 1 chest's worth of gold. Actually quite decent, especially if you have 2 of them, because that's 8% chance, or 3. 3... But you're at the point of the game then where 1 item individually doesn't make much of a difference, but being able to get that much money does. But then also that does drop off as well, because money stops being a thing after a while. I think this game has the same problem as the Borderlands series. There isn't just the end game, and then that's the meat of the game. There's also the up to the end game, which people forget about. And yeah, the majority of greens will be better in almost every way. In the same way you can't compare a defense item to a offensive item. That's why tier lists don't work. But yeah, no, it's not just 50 gold. If it was, it would be worthless. It's not. It's the equivalent of one chest, and it always is. It scales with you. Well, the stage. I'm fine with this. I didn't actually mean to fall, but that works. That did not miss. Okay, apparently that missed too. Okay, that... Well, before I do anything... What are you? No. That works. Well, I'd imagine there are some people out there that consider Razor Wire to be a bad item. Because to use it, you have to get hit. And that means losing health. But getting hit in itself isn't necessarily a bad thing, because Razor Wire is one of the stronger types of attacks in the game. Not always. Sometimes, depending on the enemy, it is much more worth it to avoid getting hit. It works best on weaker but many hits, because its damage doesn't change per the amount of damage you take. But no, everything is conditional. I would say there is no one item is better than the other for singular reason. There's always context. The way that I think about Gor's Tome is basically, if I can have a singular item, that means that sometimes I'll get items faster than I otherwise would. Then I'm not just thinking about money, I'm thinking about power, time, and items, which can then be turned into other things from a singular item investment, or a few. There's more to it. I'm just using Gor's Tome as an example. Yeah, you forgot Hellfire Tincture in there as well. Razor Wire is my favourite item in the game. Especially with Rex, who is my favourite character in the game. Though I don't play him very much. No, I would say Hellfire Tincture isn't actually too situational if you include Razor Wire. If you have armor and... Oh, Hellfire Tincture with armor itself, Hellfire Tincture is basically free. And with... Yeah, with armor it's basically just free to include it. And with Razor Wire as well, especially if you have Lifesteal or Planula, then that too. So Planula is probably the least chance out of all of those. No chest. What about the underside? No. Okay. Anyway, I'll continue. Oh no, it is. Apparently, it's an interaction that the devs put into the game, expecting a lot more people to use it than they have. Because there was a video of the devs watching a really interesting speedrun, where that was the strategy. Hellfire Tincture and Razor Wire. And they were surprised anyone actually used it, because they hadn't seen it for like quite a while since putting it in. The only thing that Hellfire Tincture does is it makes the non-damage items or after damage items harder to use. Yeah, that regeneration rate is quite decent. That's why I like Cautious Slug. Because in itself, I only have, what, 3 of them, which isn't actually that many whites when you consider how common whites are. And also I have enough damage to do everything else I care about right now. No. I can't take that because I need my R for the challenge I'm gonna do. Focus Convergence I probably should have taken, but oh well. I find it actually causes more problems on commencement than it helps. Though there is only one stage. Well, when it comes to conditional items, Shield Generator is considered one of the worst items in the game, as far as I've seen, but take it with Shaped Glass and you'll be very happy you have the health extensions. If you have purely shields, it's fine, and if you have Shaped Glass, it's fine. If you do not have Shaped Glass or Artifact Glass, then it's not fine because shields don't work very well with one-drop protection. And also, just thinking about it, he said about Hellfire Tincture and Razor Wire being cheese, but then how many people do you see in streams as soon as someone's engineer just scream Bungus? I'd say that's much harder, because at least Hellfire Tincture and Razor Wire disables the usability of certain items. You actually have to give up something to be able to do that, especially if you have it permanently up. I didn't actually mean to reroll that, but a third of Wax Quail is fine by me. Stun Grenade. I don't really have anything I want to scrap. So there is one thing which I have just thought about, which is unfortunate but true. I might want to scrap the bands. Because I'm going for killing Mithrix with the Revolver Shot, and the only way that counts is if you get the actual final piece of damage with that, I might want to remove the bands. Because obviously with the bands, you can kill with the shot but not have the final piece of damage be with it, so it's a waste. Unfortunate, but true. I'm going to get rid of them for that reason. Because I'm going to go straight to stage 6. And for that reason, are there other things that I could find to scrap to then make a red? Maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. Everything depends. This game is pretty much a definition of everything has a place. Really, I shouldn't be taking drones either, for that reason. Armor, hooray. More armor. Okay. Very good, especially considering that the Perfected Elites give armor down. I think this is about everything, as close as I can be bothered to do. That open? No. Okay. So are there greens that I don't necessarily care about? What debuffs do I not have? Well, I don't... I have... Hemorrhage, Burn, Done, I think. Yeah. And I would have had more, but I got rid of the other ones. I am Bleed, actually. No, I do have enough for Death Mark. I'll keep that. I'll just move on. Okay. Really, I should have probably scrapped after the boss. But this is still fine. Especially because I have Razor Wire. So everything is fine. And Leeching Seed, actually. I think overall I'm fine anyway. Just obviously try not to get myself cornered or thrown off the stage. Or that. Yeah, I probably should have scrapped them after the boss fight. I didn't actually know that there was a scrapper here. 2. Run. Yeah, like just then. Obviously I have Rejuvenation Rack, but the amount of health I just regenerated, I wouldn't have been able to do without the slugs. No, I'm staying up. Ow. Apparently 2 of them went off and I didn't notice. Right. Hold on. Anyway, I think that is just whatever. What do I get? Oh, but I do want them. I want things I can scrap to match to make a red. But I want those. Ow. I think... Yes, I did. Well, that was an accident. One of them is still usable. That's good at least. Okay, then don't. Yes. No. That can be scrapped, because I was stupid. Well, there's no reason why I can't just continue. So I feel like doing it first loop would actually be easier. But yeah, I would prefer to put stuff in to... make a red. I'll do it straight away. Because as far as I care, it just makes sense to do it earlier. Back. Ah, no full damage. Okay. This is entirely gambling on the chance that there's actually a decent red over there. Lucy's just appeared. Shrines of Blood. Pillars of Blood. This stage feels gigantic on the first loop. How about that? Oh, I see Perfecteds. I see mostly Perfecteds. This run is based on doing a challenge rather than going for a win. The only thing is that that challenge is also a win. So, it's split between trying to balance one thing and trying to do another. Oh, okay, it does. I remember finding it so... That's Brainstalks. That isn't too useful right now, though. What else is there? Ow. That might be useful. That I want to take, but that also has the same problem as the bands, which I just got rid of. Yes, you want attention. You're being stroked a lot. Rawr. I stop, but she just meows at me to keep going. Well, there is an easy solution, actually. I just pay attention to the amount of damage that I deal. So, just under 2,000. Taking this means as... Never mind, I have Recycler. Okay. Oh, that was a drone. Anyway, that was a waste. I guess I now have some healing circles for boss fight. Are there no? Oh no, there is one. There's two. Okay, sure. This is fine anyway, I have Razor Wire. Ow. Oh, I have Razor Wire and a singular harvester side. Would have been two, but I have Recycler. Problem is, I just saw no active items worth taking. They were all either not there or not worth it. Or would have actively been worse than Recycler with Gesture of the Drown. Which is annoying because I have 2 fuel cells, which is a decent amount for the first loop. Okay, they all just die. All of you just die. There we go. If this is as long as it's going to take for me to be able to kill one perfected, then the boss fight isn't going to be fun. Or I'll die on the way. That is also a possibility. I don't necessarily want to run because Pillars of Blood are some of the easiest. And there's the second one. I'll just do it. And hopefully I won't die on the way. Almost like 60% extra damage would have been very worth it. Okay, that's done. I'm just gonna leave. Pillars of Soul could either be what I want, or a mistake. And I don't know which. I don't know if I acknowledged it or not, but okay. Unless that was a change in whichever patch it was. Because I am fairly sure that it didn't used to, for some reason. Well, if you actually want to go anywhere, then it'll be fine. Just, you may go a lot past it. Yeah, this is reasonable. The enemies don't even know I'm here. You know, Pillars of Soul are why I don't like Focus Convergence if I'm going for final stage. Because they make it so awkward. Because obviously, as you Pillars of Soul, the area shrinks. And if you leave, it gets bigger because you're uncharging it. No, that wasn't the second one. It showed that there was, but I'm pretty sure as you do them, they actually disable. Or it's just beacons showing where they could be. Either way, yeah, this is the last one. Oh no, there were 3 in here. I don't know what's special about the Pillars of Mass. Because Soul uncharges and charges quickly. It does both very quickly. Blood takes your health to charge. Well, kind of. It takes your health while it's charging. It doesn't take your health to charge it. Like, more things doesn't equal more charge. Design pushes you around. I don't know what Mass does. Unless Mass, like, in the game's lore is just boring. Because it's just there. Well, I say in the game, Mass is just Mass. I mean more like in the way Mithrix describes it as just boring but required. Being what the pillars are about. I'd imagine in that then, that Mass is pretty much just the regular teleporter event style charging then. And that is its point. Or it's the enemy one. There is a chance that it spawns more enemies than the rest. So I don't actually know. Or it takes slower to charge. One of them. I don't know. Either way. I still don't know a lot then. Whee! Wow. Far too far. Yeah, all of this is also based on me winning the fight, which should be doable. Also, yeah, it does work, apparently. Okay. That's good. Yeah, I would much... Ow. Apparently he can spin while doing that. Yeah, this is why I like Cautious Slugs. Without them, I would not be able to charge my health that quickly. Well, actually, right now I can see why having a ranged hemorrhage would be a good idea. I know Mithrix is the one boss you can stun. That was a crunchy sniff. I don't know if he has resistance to it, as in lower chances of it happening or not. He's also the one you can freeze and execute with Artificer. Can't do that to any other bosses either. I think all of them, and also Armor-Piercing Rounds not working, were all either introduced at the same time or with him. Because I am, like, 90% sure they didn't used to. So, can easily be wrong. It would just be good if I know how to aim. Oh. Ah, ow. I forgot they actually travel up the, thingy now. I don't... Yeah, okay, so if I'm aiming there, it does just go where you're aiming, but if I aim down... Okay. I'm not sure why they were missing then, because they just pretty much go where you're aiming. Yeah. This is a very slow boss fight. Well, there was a time when they were viewers. They're gone now. Oh well. I think I keep aiming just over his head. I don't know if that was predictive movement or if he was just going after the drones like he is now. Problem is, this is phase 1 of 4. I jumped far too early for that. That's better. Ow. How's health bar? It's going down. Up, yep. Okay. How much damage? Yeah. With him, it's about 1.2 thousand. I don't necessarily care how long this takes, if I win. Because if I don't win, then it's just a massive amount of wasted time. I'm assuming it has to be... Oh, he bled to death anyway. But I'm assuming it has to specifically be on phase 4. Or otherwise it would have said a phase. At least these ones take bonus damage because they're bosses. Just sit against the wall. Think about what you did. Tried to kill me. That's what you did. Kill a few of them. No. I have no idea if they can actually target you while cloaked. On one hand, I'd imagine they can, just because. And on the other hand, I'd imagine they can't, because only Greater Wisps seem to be able to, for some reason. I don't even know why they can. Unless it is actually a design feature of the Greater Wisp. Which I wouldn't be surprised about. Considering they're literally fiery masks with hands, I doubt they use eyes. Killing these isn't actually going as badly as I expected. Boop. Phase 3. As in the phase where I can't really do the strategy I was just doing on phase 1. I'm actually fine with it being the little balls. They are obviously the easiest to deal with. Even if there are like 5 of them. They'll die any— oh, there's like 6. They'll die anyway. I have Yooka-Laylee. Run. Yeah, there they go. At least one of them. Or is it because it's first loop, they're the only ones that help? Oh, I'm dead now. That was just bad timing by me. Just for this, I'm gonna do that, because I feel like this will go so much better. Yeah, as much as I am doing a— that's only 1 coin. I know they're dollars, but coins. I don't care. Well, that is actually pretty useful right now. But now that I've been playing, I feel so limited. That Soldier Syringe. Not awful, but nowhere near the best. At least on Bandit. On everyone else, it's actually quite useful. Saying about reasons why people think things are bad, I'm pretty sure one of the reasons people consider Artificer to be a bad or hard to use character is because she doesn't benefit as much from Soldier Syringe as other ones. Like, no, a difference in playstyle doesn't imply bad, it just means different. Artificer is actually very fun once you get used to her. But then, funnily enough, I didn't like Bandit for a very long time. First run was fine. Then after that, it just became awkward and I didn't like him. Because he just did not work for the way I play the game. And funnily enough, I took a not so amazing, but kind of good run that far. Obviously, in terms of how far in the game it actually is, that wasn't that far. But considering what I was doing, and I knew I was going into it handicapped, that wasn't bad. What's this, going back to Gaul's Tome, if I had one right now, obviously it's only a 4% chance, but if that 4% chance goes off, it's a gamble, but yeah, I would save so much time. It's definitely an early game to mid game item rather than late game, which is fine by me, because all of them missed. Full health now, though. Also, elites. I would like more elites, just to farm them and get money. Why did I stop sprinting? Boop. 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 Apparently I've already been over here. That piece of information was not in my memory. Yeah, Syringe is useful on Bandit for 2 reasons. Faster animations and faster reload. No. Elite? No. Oh. Sure. What are you? Visions of Heresy. Yeah, okay. See, that changes which item I want. Also, elites. Hooray! Changed Bandit from a burst fire sniper type person to a fast fire needler. Still no. I'm searching for one of two items right now. This isn't one of them, but I'll take it. This time without Gesture of the Drowned, so I'm actually gonna control it properly. Could even argue if I got Visions of Heresy, this would be a better idea for the other right click. Then you can't guarantee you'll get Visions of Heresy. Yes. And you? No, not that I want. Well, I'll get that and this, but time to move on. I've actually spent a decent-ish amount of time here. Which one do I want? Health or attack speed? Attack speed. Health can come later. I have Monster Tooth, I'm fine. Speaking of things that attack speed isn't always the best with, Visions of Heresy. It's an interesting interaction when it comes to attack speed in this item. You throw out more shots, but the cooldown doesn't change, and the cooldown is 2 seconds, or higher, depending on how many you stack. Sure, because early game it's fine anyway, but not there. If it's not over here, then I'm not going to bother wasting the time and effort and everything. It is not. Okay. Ow. Okay. So I was thinking of doing Void Fields. I still... Actually, I don't think... I wasn't sure if it was over there either. I don't know. Heal Queen. Ow. I know I said about standing still being one of the worst things you can do in this game, but I think right now standing still is one of the best things I can do in this game. Well, and Monster Tooth. I think Monster Tooth is actually the better option right now, out of the two. But yes, I would say Visions of Heresy was easily the better of the items to take. Primary attacks, not items. You know what I mean. So should I have stayed with, Oh, they can still kind of hit me. Never mind. On. There we go. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Beetle Queen is actually one of the harder Stage 1 bosses now. I would argue harder than Wandering Vagrant, because of the amount of Beetle Guards it can spawn. It's dead now, though. It's very good. Because on Stage 1, you are not going to be able to kill Beetle Guards. At least not that easily. There's a big chest there. That's good to know. On. The jump height is so low. Oh, that's one bad thing about Vision's Heresy. Its auto-homing means that if you're aiming on one enemy, and there's another one closer... I'm dead now. Okay. I can see this is how this stream is gonna go. I would argue that just then I did nothing wrong. Not overly. The only thing that you could say I did wrong necessarily was I chose attack over healing. Which, funnily enough, has been the #1 leading cause of death in most of my early run deaths. Pretty much everyone I've watched has gone, you need attack first. Well, if that's true, then why when I go for attack first do I die so much, when I understand the enemies and know how to dodge them? Sometimes, there is just that much that you can't dodge. Could even argue that I should have killed the elites and stuff before moving on to the boss. But one, they were beetles, they never touched me. And two, in the time it would have taken to kill them, there was just as much chance that they would just respawn anyway. Overall, like, with all of that, that's why I say I probably did nothing wrong just then. This is why I don't understand Bandit, and still don't. Even though I've done the 20 hemorrhage sacks challenge. I did it on a grandparent. I don't understand what the game wants you to do with him. Because sure, you can snack attack and health and stuff, but same with... Well, it's basically... It's like early game Artificer, except even harder. Because at least with early game Artificer, you have the damage to back it up. With Bandit, you don't. Depending on the boss that gets chosen, because at least Artificer has area of effect. Even if you are a big dum-dum and choose Flamethrower, that is still technically area of effect, because it has an area of effect of a straight line. Yeah, after I chose Ion Surge, well, I tried Ion Surge when I unlocked it, thought, that's not amazing. Tried using Flamethrower for a while, went kinda well, then went back to Ion Surge and started dying a lot less. The other option is I took far too long, which is a valid point, but time isn't the only variable in this game. Like right now, I am fighting 2 Beetle Guards. In this fight against these 2 Beetle Guards, they can, between them, probably spawn about 8 Beetle Queens, not Beetle Guards. It is a fight against the Beetle Guards, actually. In this fight against the Beetle Queens, they can probably spawn about 8. So me killing that first one quickly was less of a good thing and more of a requirement. And that is why I prefer the short-range right-click to the long one. Because you can hit more than one enemy with it. Also, as far as I can tell, short-range Bandit is actually a better way to play. I know I'm using Blast, not Burst. But that's because, as far as I'm concerned, that's the one thing to change to long range, because then you can do long range attacks on wisps. I know you do lose about 2/3 of the damage, but that's fine. I'm just gonna move on. I didn't mean to press right click. Not right click. Oh, then. Well, I did. I didn't mean to cancel it. I'm now in the stage of brain where the ability to speak has disappeared and been replaced by words that are mostly what I want to say. And the inability to aim. Another thing I've noticed about the game is you also need to be pretty much just lucky enough to have enemies actually spawn, because sometimes they just don't. Well, on first loop, this isn't so bad. Sure. If only I had something like gasoline. Hello, Wisp. I don't know, Brilliant Behemoth. You know, on Monsoon, the reason that I like Cautious Slug so much is because this health regeneration is so slow. Obviously, healing items are a thing, but in terms of just regeneration, which I would still consider valuable, same as I consider the ability to get money quickly valuable, this health regeneration is just slow. One of the points for Transcendence, health and healing is always consistent no matter what. Obviously, you actually lose potential, but if your run is in a state where you have barely any healing anyway, it's actually possibly worth it to take it. It in itself is not a bad item. And like I said earlier, it actually helps. Oh. Okay. It actually helps to... You know what? Sure. I did barely anything. I forgot what I was saying. About one of the items not being a bad thing. I don't remember which one. I really... Yeah, we'll just fall off, surely. Come on. Problem is I can't use shift because it'll burst it. Okay, fine. Either way, as I said when I actually got to stage 6, I don't necessarily want bands anyway. Chests. There is one over there. Cover! Again. Oh, there is a chest over there. Sure. If there's a scrapper, then I would happily do that. On the first run, it's actually beneficial to have shield generators because you will not have the healing that blocks one-shot protection by having them. That was said backwards, but I don't care. It's a red. It's Happiest Mask. Ghost. Aw. Now this is a question. That's about answered. So, going off of this, I think right now the best course of action would actually be Void Fields. Through the shield generators and medkit, and my extended health bar because of thingy. I think that right now, Void Fields is a good idea. I think I can live long enough to be able to do it, and through the crowbars bleed chance, and being able to throw enemies off the stage with, and Happiest Mask as well. All of that together, I think that I should be fine. If it wants to give me a Clay Doomstrider for my turn, or actually, this works too. Because... one, just because if the boss decides to... Aw. No, never mind. Titanic Noah would have actually been quite nice here for the health regeneration, because Monsoon health regeneration is a snail. Fitting that I like slugs. No, to go for shields, the one form of health that I actively dislike is Silence Between Two Strikes. I think 50-50 on a player is one of the most awkward and hard to use forms of health. The damage output, 1.5 times damage, is quite decent, but the actual... like, being able to heal only to half, and then you have to wait either 6 or 7 seconds to be able to heal the rest, I think is stupid. Basically, it's the problems of having shield generators, except they're always there, and you lose your equipment as well. But you gain 1.5 times damage, though. Which is not awful. People say Wake of Vultures isn't anywhere near a good item. I disagree. It's just not necessarily the best red. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad item. So what could I have bought if I'd have come in here with more coins? I don't really want any of them. And what's over here? Nokahana's opinion. Part of me wants to, but the other part of me knows that one, I would lose 300 health, probably. I already have a red, but it's not one of the better ones. I don't have enough healing for it to necessarily be worth it anyway. And I would lose out on a lot of damage. Well, on the other hand, it's Nokahana's opinion, which is my favourite red in the game. Problem is, it's made stronger by having infusions, but chances are I will lose all of them to be able to do it. I'm gonna say no, because I actually want this run to live. If I was playing for fun, I probably would. Because my items outside of those ones are actually decent anyway. But yes, I'm going to do Void Fields because I would like items. And I have a decent enough amount of health and healing. Alloy vultures. Okay. I apparently can't aim. And you're flaming. Okay. So they can spawn as elites off of stage 2. It's interesting. Well, I guess I am already in hard. I'm not exactly going as fast as I could be. Sure. If it had turned out that I was going to get enough healing items to justify Nukana's opinion, then that would be sad. Okay. No. So they now have a 50-50 chance to do double damage. Sure. On one hand, I want to let them hit me to see what the damage is like. Be sure. Oh. I don't know if that was a crit or a non-crit. I think it was a non-crit. They don't keep the item that makes them resistant to the area. I thought they would have, because it just creates a clone with another item. Funnily enough, I got Bustling Fungus after I wanted Nukana's opinion. I didn't know that. Instead of creating a clone, it creates a new enemy that has the no resistance. Or maybe they do keep the items that they acquired. I actually don't know. Hit me. Okay. Don't hit me anymore. No. Bye. Maybe the mushrooms can keep themselves alive long enough to be useful, but no, the vultures definitely can't. Overall, though, I might end after this run, I don't know. So they now have... they now have regeneration, as well as other things. How quickly do they regenerate? It's actually quite slow. Ow. Boop. Okay. Maybe bustling. Happiest Mask is apparently bustling fungus now. Okay, game. Brain. One of them. Yeah, I've definitely gone past the point of normal speaking. Maybe Happiest Mask will go off. No, the void items do sound fun though. Not sure about the ukulele or critical strike ones, because half of the fun of critical strikes is against bosses. But then ukulele being changed into multi-hit on the same enemy could be interesting, especially when you consider other items. Well, the ukulele is one of the bigger spread damages in the game, but it all just depends. That worked somehow. Yeah, they're definitely all interesting. I think what I'll probably do is just what I was doing with, good. When I was, yeah, what I was doing with when I was doing the other going for 100% streams is just playing, both on stream and off stream, just doing it either. If I do it often, I'll just make say a quick update at the beginning. Partly just because planning it to streams, in my opinion, isn't necessarily a good idea. Because I would rather do a full stream profile. But also because at some point I want to add more games into the mix. Make Lemurians, that's fine. As much as I had the thought of I could use this to throw enemies off the map. Didn't really happen. That works. Second to last. Ukuleles. That's fine. I don't have any. I don't have friends. Boop. Where was that mushroom? There you are. I've gained a friend, but he will die very quickly. That's a fact of life. And happiest. Okay, game. If you want to do that, then have fun. No idea why. Last one. That's funny. So, it is useful because I can't be hit by Nukan's minion by them because they don't have any healing items. The most they have are regeneration, which even then isn't really that much. But they have 5. Okay, you just die, and you. Ooh, a Luna coin. What do I get? Double healing. Again, sure. That works for me. Boop. Happiest mask. Seems like a decent thing. There we go. Get rid of them. And that. Is that a equipment drone? It is. Okay. Have that. This is speed. Yeah, I think that's enough. Speed. Could do 2 more. I'm fine for speed in general. Yeah, sure. I have 5. How much was this? 259. Okay. They'll need more. They'll need more again. There you are. Okay, that's something to bear in mind. Enemies can just be taken away from me. Topaz brooch. Is that really the amount of damage that the wisp did? I thought I heard one. There you are. Go. Okay, down here then. Razor wire. Hooray. Well, here's a teleporter, so cool. Out of these, this one. Yes, sure. Then I don't have enough money. This one. There is a scrapper over there still, but there is a forgive me please. And a recycler. I may take the recycler again, because I seem to not need much else. Actually, is that another equipment drone? Yes it is, and you can have Gorag's Opus. Really? Okay. There we go. In that case then, for some reason I thought that would cancel. I am going to take the recycler. I'm going to gamble that there is a scrapper over here. If not, I can just run over. No fireworks, which is unfortunate, but I think the enemy died anyway. Is there a scrapper? No. Oh, they didn't die. Oh, they have. I think that instead of... Yeah. Wherever the scrapper was. Yeah. Yeah, I think instead of taking a goat hoof, what I'll do is I'll put this in, put it through, and then recycle it. That was not worth it. Okay, well I can't be bothered to wait around, so I am just going to take a goat hoof. Anyway... time to run. I think having drones that more mess with things is actually a better idea anyway, at least for right now. Okay. That works. Well, there's a Myodern, or a Molten Perforator. Oh, time to run. See, the problem is, I think I'm about to lose my equipment drones. Oh no, it died. That works. Myodern could have been a good idea, but I think I have enough healing without it. And Molten Perforator is actually surprisingly good. Plus it's a source of fire. That was a complete guess. Oh, okay. He'll die. Okay. Healing drone. Yes, please. Yeah, I think that Molten Perforator was a very good idea. There we go. Another red. It's Brainstalks. Yeah, sure. Yes, and yes. I know that I have a lockbox to find too. Is this a missile drone? Yes, and I'm actually not going to bother. Which is interesting, because normally I would. But as this is a damage challenge, I would rather not, at least not right now. I think I'm going to keep the bands this time, just to deal with the enemies. Bang. And dead. Well, I recycled it at least. Even if it ended up being a waste anyway. Oh, speaking of. Oh, and that. Yeah, and this. It's not really been too useful for me. That works. Overall, I think Recycler paired with a Scrapper and Printer is just good. It lets you have the option of either re-rolling again, or just making it into something even if the re-roll fails. Boop. Yeah, I don't have Ukulele for splash damage, but Molten Perforator is doing pretty well. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna do this. Brass Contraptions! Which, funnily enough, out of all of that, I only got one ghost. Is it a 15% chance or a 5? Because I feel like it's actually a 5. Oh, I remembered it being 15. Well, here's this. Yes, please. Speaking of Ghost Tone. I want to, but no, because I shouldn't. I want to be the final piece of damage. So the more things I have that can attack Mithrix, the less likely I am to be the one that does it. And right now, I am the only source of damage. Oh. Oh, hello, enemy. Guess what? Boop. I genuinely have no idea how much time I spent. There it is. When did I come into this stage? I have just barely not enough. Problem solved. Another Showering Justice. I don't know what that does. I think it's duration. Dragon Worm? Stone Titans. Okay. Well, that's one dead. Two dead. Sure. Anyway. So I like how on the one where my aim is horrible is the one where I've gone, oh yeah, my skill's gone up again. Oh, it's obviously in total, not just for today. Like, one day, when I'm actually, like, properly free, which today I would have been, Now one day where I'm properly free, I do want to just sit down and do like a very long stream of just something. I don't know what yet though. Maybe a mix of a bit. Might just go... like each game, just update it and just be like... massive stream. Just for fun. Did I just... I don't think I'll get any credit for that though. Also. I don't think I'm sick, but my nose is definitely funny. Fun. Robots could be interesting. Loads of fireworks. Oop, aw. Is the level connected? No. Okay, we'll just start on the other end. Where the teleport warriors? Why did I jump around that? Oh well. Into the void. I'll be grabbing the thingies, monster tooth things, probably. Whee! Space! Sure. There is some usefulness to it. Oh, it died. No. I do not want meat. Are either of you elites? No. I like how just by sound alone I could tell there were two of them. That was a stupid idea. Ukulele? Sure. That also sure. There are no chests over there. Boop. I think that's all of them dead. Even if it's not, I'm sure it'll be fine. Made it. Boop. Okay, you died. You hit me. I think it is time to replace my active item for... Yeah, that! That is exactly the kind of thing I was looking for. Come on. Give me something, anything. Not that. Anyway. No. What about you? Sure. This could be an amazing idea. Or a terrible idea. Yes, so now I just said A amazing. Razor wire. Not gonna do the Shrine of Combat, I don't need it. I've already been over here, but have I looted everything? Looks like it, at least for the most part. Time to go up. Oh, open it. There we go. Anything? No. Okay, I don't think there's anything on the top. Could have been. I don't think so. Another medkit. Okay. Well, I might as well check on the top. Oh, there was a chest. Fair enough. Stop. Sure, I can't be bothered to go around to a scrapper just to get rid of the one item. You can stay with me. Okay, so be something like a missile. Right, yeah, that works. Okay, it's dead. Okay. I'm not 100% sure how. I think it must have been a mixture of, it must have been a mixture of multi-perforator and the ATGs. Anyway, he's gonna die now. Ow. The power in this run is higher, but the healing is lower, so it all depends on how much I get hit, really. For a red, I think Soulbound Catalyst would have been amazing. It's just generally a good item anyway. Well, final stage of the final run. I'll either do it or I won't. Really, it just depends. I'm happy I got those goat hoofs though. I don't think I'll bother with the cauldrons. I could. Can you actually hit them from it? I don't know. That'll be useful. Oh, you can. Can you hit them with this? Yeah, so much for my aim being bad. Say that when that just missed. I don't think that it has as much range as you think it would. I don't know how much health that did. What would I even get from the cauldrons anyway? I have that much damage on an ATG. I'm almost dead. Either way, there are two pillars over here. What are actually in the cauldrons? I don't know why I went this kind of roundabout way. Infusions, which could be useful. That which won't really. That which won't really. Fusions are the highest chance right now. I'm not going to bother even looking on the roof. The thing is, though, is that what I even get rid of to do the infusions, and also I then have to farm them. I don't think infusions are a good idea. Well, do the pillar. I'm trapping myself. I have trapped myself. And that's how the level unloads. No, I don't think I want to use the cauldrons at all. If I had scraps, then sure, I would do the infusion, but I don't. That was very close to a death. Yeah, I will definitely need to be careful in the actual boss. It also doesn't help that I currently have the cripple debuff, which in itself, the two Shrines of Blood. Yes, because they're fast. It also doesn't help that, yeah, I have defense down and other things. Oh, time to die. Death. Once the pillar's done. So next is the boss. Which is going to be interesting. Thing is though, is that even if I have won against... Oh, there it is. I didn't even look for it. I have won against Mithrix as Bandit before. I even used the revolver, but the problem is it wasn't the final piece of damage, it was just very, very close to it, so it didn't work. That's the problem I have right now. I still have the ice bands. Because I pretty much feel like I need them. Which, in itself, may be wrong. But this time, compared to the first time earlier, I actually have some form of damaging equipment as well. Which is very useful. Only thing being, the difference is this time, if I get hit pretty much at all, I die. That was very close to me being hit. Up. Oh yeah. This boss fight is definitely a good candidate for why the ranged hemorrhage is a good idea. Slows are useful. If that was phase 3, I'd have been dead. That is also very useful. Okay, phase done. Where are they going? Against this enemy? He is dead. That was that one. Next is you. I've decided. You can lead those bomb-like shots into the ground quite easily. I'm not sure what killed that one, it just did. Okay, probably at me again. Well, your time to die. And yours. No missiles left. That's sad. Okay. I have money now, I guess. Are they going... I think the missiles aren't going after Mithrix. No, they weren't. That's unfortunate. Okay, this time I'm actually going to stay close. Because the faster I can get Triangle's attack to go, the better. I want to say this is it. Ow. Okay. I don't know how much damage I have done. And I don't know how much damage he'll take. But it can reach from here. Okay. I just need to get him to a very, very low point of damage. Health. One of them. Okay. That's my speed. 624. So that's without shaped glass. It all depends, because that is also now a fact. Ow. Oof. Okay. Okay. Thing is, though. Okay, he is. I can do this quite easily. There we go. Just have to be careful and not be awkward. No, I'm not going to give either of you my equipment. My equipment is mine. Whee! Where am I? Here. Probably one of the worst possible spawns from a portal. I don't think they're random. I think they are specified on where they go. You just have to learn which one is which. I don't know, I'll have enough time. It's only like a minute 40 or maybe even less than that you need. If I can actually get there, I will. But that means that is Bandit finished. I don't need to win as Bandit. I just needed to kill Mithrix as Bandit. No, the answer was being careful and keeping distance. Oh, that hit me. Oh yeah, no, I'll easily have enough time. That's right, I know the effect, or at least a rough effect of what happens if a Void Reaver hits you. Like 3 times in... It's either 3 times in a row, or... No, it's when you get 3 stacks of the debuff. But... I've never actually seen it happen in game. Yep, that is Bandit finished. So all that's left are... Yeah. Funnily enough, one based in luck. Multi. Or just going for so long that it just happens. The speed run with Loader, and not getting hit in a thingy with Mercenary. How does it work? That could get powerful fast. I'll try that next time, but no, I'm going to end now.
Thanks to be turning up. I saw there were quite a few at some point. Yeah. Bye.